Hello and welcome to Mondays with Maria Gould. I was going to say .com, but we're going to get to that in a second. I am with Nicole Thomas here today, and we are going to talk about communicating and talking to trees today. So let me tell you a little bit about Nicole. Her name's Nicole Thomas. And she comes from, and she was raised in the Dakkath, Carrier Nation. And she's also Dutch, French, and Croatian heritage. You're a mother of 2 children, and you're part of the Dakkath Carrier Potlatch and clan system. You're a sitting member of the Frog clan, and your business is called, help me again.
Adzi
Naje, Healing of the Heart Wellness. It's a beautiful name, but the carrier language is hard for my English speaking tongue. So you've done a lot of theta healing classes with me, but you've also ventured out and found your own healing practices, and your own gifts have come forward. And yeah, when did you start to notice that you could communicate with the trees and the plants?
I would probably say the actual awareness probably really came in was with your plant class and your animal class.
Yeah.
It really started to be really noticeable for me. I'm like, oh, I never knew I could do this.
Oh, totally. Because everything has consciousness, right? So we're all part of all things, and even the trees and the plants around us have genders, they have personalities, right? And then even the perhaps for some people unseen world of the fairy kingdom is part of the plant kingdom. So we can talk about that a little bit.
Yeah.
So you started to communicate with trees. Do you remember your very first? So, of course, the big question of this podcast, are trees sentient beings? Would you say so?
I would say yes.
Absolutely. I know, absolutely. So what was one of your very first experiences with trees?
My first in my life, or the first that I was aware?
Either one, whichever one you feel drawn to share.
I've always been really connected to nature and to the plants and to nature and the natural world. Even when I was a kid, I used to be very, very connected. I would like to spend more time in nature, and I would just sit in nature and just, if I had human problems, I would just I would talk to the trees and to the plants and all the wild animals about my problems, and they would listen. And of course, non-judgmentally listen.
The best counselors, right?
The best counselors, because there was no one had that, I don't know, the consciousness of humans where they're thinking and they're saying things that are maybe not so helpful. And it always felt like they were there for me, even though I didn't really understand it at the time because I was so young. I was just going with it. And it was magical. It was like I was in my own little world, my own little magical world. And I would get lost in that world sometimes because I felt like the human world was too heavy and too hard to deal with.
Oh, I think a lot of us can relate to that. Absolutely. And I think all of us as children loved to live in that world, because I had that world too. Yeah. So that's cool. And then so you've always communicated with them, but what was one of the really first conscious experiences you had with plants or trees?
The first big awareness I had was probably in your plant class.
Oh, cool. Yeah. So in Theta Healing, we have many different classes that we teach. And the Theta Healing plant class is a 1-day class. Sometimes it's 2. It depends on how the instructor runs it. but it can be taken online or in person. And I think we did in person that time.
We did in person, yeah.
Yeah. So go ahead and share your experience. What happened in plant class?
So we were in plant class, and I was having a lot of plants talking to me. And I was like, what is going? There's a lot of chatter happening here, Maria.
Yes, they're once you tune in, they're very talkative.
Oh, you can hear me. Yay.
Yes.
And then they want to talk. And I'm like, okay, one plant at a time here. Like, I'm getting a little overwhelmed, just one at a time.
Yeah.
So it was very exciting for them and for me. I just felt like there was like a part of me that I already knew was there, but it like opened up, and then I got to actually experience it with my awareness of that it was happening. And I was like, oh, I'm talking to trees and I'm talking to plants. It's so exciting. And
that's cool.
It just totally lit me up like with joy, because they're so loving and they're so joyful and they're so playful and just happy, and they're just so full of love. And you feel it when you talk to them.
Yeah, it is that plane of existence is the plant kingdom, and they really are the essence of love. Literally, the vibration you'll feel from the plant kingdom is love. So that's where we get our nurturing energy, our love energy from. So do different plants and different trees have different personalities? How
Yes.
do you want to talk about that?
Oh, yes.
What has been the spiciest? Let's call it the spiciest or sassiest one you found.
Sassiest? Oh boy. I have come across some really sassy ones, a few. I find like the younger ones, like younger trees specifically, they seem to be more excited and we're like, yeah, let's talk.
Yes.
And then the older ones are like, because they've been through a lot, especially if they've been through a lot, like say like people have like cut them and people have like disrespected them and like, you know, done things to them.
Yeah.
It hurts them, right? And so
Yeah.
they kind of don't really trust people, right?
Yeah.
So when I'm trying
like
to talk
us,
to them,
right?
they're like, no,
Yeah,
I'm
right?
not talking to you.
You're a human.
You're
Ick.
him and I don't trust you.
Yes.
Anyway, they have personalities like that. And it's just like talking to anybody else. It's like, okay, respectfully, like I'm here to talk to you. And I've done healing with trees. I've done healing with trees. I've actually helped them heal so that they don't feel the way they feel about humans.
Yeah, exactly. That's very cool. And then they can heal us back as well.
They love it because they're
Yeah.
like, oh.
Yeah.
And then they tap into the reciprocal energy.
Yeah.
And they talk in such a loving way once they get that healing, right?
Yes. Very cool. Very cool. Do you have a little bit of heritage that would have communicated with plants and used plants for healing? Yeah.
I would say the Dakota people have it in the bloodlines.
Oh, yeah.
For sure. And they had the belief, this is like one of their big beliefs they had, like in the ancient people I'm talking about. They believed that every single thing here was sentient and had a spirit and had a consciousness. We're going to call it consciousness because that's what everyone calls it now. But back in those days, there's spirit, right?
Yeah.
It has a spirit, it has a consciousness. It is something that is a being and it's to be respected. And so they respect all beings equally. And so plants, they were like so respected because they got like so much from plants. Plants were there to help them with their shelter, with their food, with their like everything. So they held like plants in reverence and love because they had to respect it because it helped them, keeps them alive.
Yes, absolutely. I'm just curious, was there any kind of folklore about the tree people, the fairies? We would call them fairies, but maybe that wasn't part of the culture.
There was a lot of folklore.
Oh, okay.
Maria.
Would they call them green people? I've heard that, like the green man or the...
I would say there's probably folklore in my and my heritage, like there's so much different beings.
Yeah.
And they each have different folklore. Each of them, we actually have them all separated because they all have their own energy and their own lessons and their own like being, right?
Oh, cool.
So we had the little people. We had like elemental beings. I guess they would be like fairies, but I don't know what they really called them. And then they had like they had all different kinds of beings. There's like Sasquatch, which is another being. Like these are beings that kind of walk between dimensions and stuff, right? Like they're not really in the physical. I mean, they are, but they aren't. Like it's hard to describe. But there's like all these different beings that we used to talk about. We have folklore for all of them, including transformers. So they're like shapeshifters. Oh, cool. There's different types. So we have different stories for different types. There's like stories for all these kinds of beings, and there's also like stories about people who had different gifts, you know, like some people had magic gifts, some people had like running, some people had like it all depended on the person.
Very cool, very cool. So any really cool experiences with trees? Now I know you're wanting to write a lot of your stories down into a book. You've started a book about communicating with trees.
I have, yes.
So I'm just curious if you could give us a taster of that book and maybe share one of your coolest experiences with a plant or a tree.
I don't know if I want to share the coolest, but I was gonna try to share like something like how I start and how I communicate. How I start the communication with a tree.
Okay.
And kind of the main questions I'll ask, and I'll like. Okay, so the first thing is, anytime you meet anybody, what do you guys do? What do everyone do? We introduce ourselves, right? In respect.
Yeah.
So when I introduce myself, I usually give a gift. I usually give tobacco, or like I make my own medicines. So like I pick my own medicines and I usually give that, and I say, okay, like hello, like my name is, and then I usually give them my name, my human name.
Right.
My human name, my 3D name is Nicole. But then I have a name on the plant kingdom, and I also have a name in all the other kingdoms, right?
Yeah.
And so I will introduce myself with the plant kingdom name. Sometimes I'll later introduce myself into the higher name so that they trust me, because when you give your name, it builds trust, right? It shows them that you trust them, they trust you, for the communication to ensue. And so usually what I'll ask is, I usually just straight up introduce myself, and then I say, is there anything you want to say or communicate with me today?
Yeah.
Is there any wisdom you want to share with me today?
Awesome.
Or advice. Do you have any advice for me today? And trees have a lot to say.
Yeah, they're very wise, right?
They have a lot to say.
Well, and it'll depend on the age of the tree, just like the advice you would get from a child or a teenager or an adult or a wise person would be very different, right?
It depends though, Maria.
Yeah.
Because some trees, depending on what they're like for instance, aspen trees, okay? Because their roots are connected to the other aspen.
Oh, okay.
Right? So they're all connected.
Yeah.
So they are a group. No matter how small they look, they're a group, right?
Yeah.
So when you ask them a question, it is wise, no matter how small they are, because they're all connected underneath.
Great point. Great point.
It's super cool. Like
yeah, it's very cool. So today we're going to guide you into an experience with trees. Were there any other questions that you asked, or maybe you can fold it in when I guide them up into connecting with a tree close to them? Now, the cool thing is when you're part of all that is, when you're part of the Creator, you're not limited to your consciousness being here and only here, okay? Your consciousness could be talking to a tree in Africa. It could talk to a tree on another planet. I encourage you the first time, though, to talk to a tree on this planet. They're very different on other planets, just so you know.
maybe just a tree that you could see might be
a good start.
Focal point.
A focal point, yes. Okay, and we will guide you up through the Theta Healing Meditation. It's a great way to have discernment on those energies. When you connect to your source energy or the energy of Creator, it allows sort of like an energy of protection, right? And I'm sure Nicole can talk about how many trickster spirits there are that can lead you astray. So that's why we go to the Creator, because Creator gives us that energy of protection when we do that.
Yes.
So let's give you an experience with a tree today. And as I guide you up, feel free to close your eyes. Feel free. Now, of course, if you are driving or anything, please stop and listen to this later. Watch this later. We don't want any accidents. Okay, don't do this when you're driving. Make sure that you have the time to do this. All right, so go ahead and close your eyes and just pull your awareness into this moment. Take a couple of deep breaths. And I want you to imagine your heart space and imagine the love in your heart. And now take a deep breath in and imagine the earth energy coming up through your feet, up through your legs. You can imagine it as a color or just a feeling. Feel it come up through your legs, through the center of your spinal column, your chakras, ding, 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 all the way up. Imagine your crown chakra open to the light of creation and just feel it like a tingling and sparkling energy on your crown. And imagine seeing yourself in a beautiful ball of light. Just your imagination is in this ball of light. And you're going to imagine lifting your consciousness out of your body and up beyond the earth, beyond the limits of the earth, because you are more than this human body. You are part of the entire universe. You are part of the life force that is in all things, the Creator. So you're going to go up in your ball of light beyond the universe, beyond the bright lights and the layers of lights, okay, and through a golden light and through a jelly-like substance. This is called the laws of the universe. And beyond that, into the light of creation, the light that is in all things, the essence, the life force of who you really are, the eternal you. And you're going to feel that unconditional love and connection pouring like light and sparkling energy through your entire body. You are one with the love of the Creator. And in this limitless energy, this energy that is a part of all things, that runs through you and every plant on the kingdom, just make the request, Creator of all that is. It's requested to communicate with a tree in the highest and best way. Thank you. It is done, it is done, it is done. Show me. And you can direct which tree you would like to talk to, but trust that that beautiful consciousness of Creator will take you to the perfect tree to talk to. And you might sense and feel yourself standing in front of it. And you're going to just sense the energy of the tree. And now, as Nicole said, we're going to ask its permission and if it would be okay. So you're going to introduce yourself. In your mind, you can just introduce yourself. And just see what you feel from the tree. They might show you a feeling of light. Sometimes they communicate in light, in tones, in vibration. They don't always communicate with words at first. Your brain starts to translate it into words.
It might feel like warmth on your
Might-
body.
Yeah, might feel like warmth. That's the love emanating from the tree. And then see if you can sense if that tree has kind of a gender. Is it more of a masculine energy, more of a feminine? Does it have an age? Does it have anything it would like to say? And I loved Nicole's question. Is there any wisdom that this tree could share with you today? Any other questions you ask, Nicole, when you have your tree experiences?
Or I usually ask, is there any advice you have for me right now?
That's a great question. So when you're in the energy of the tree, they're reading you. They kind of know what's in your heart, what you're struggling with.
Mm-hmm.
So they can be very good advice givers.
Oh, very good. They can sense even the future of you. They can sense a lot of things.
So there's another great question. Is there something I should be aware of in the future coming up? Now remember, when we are connected to the energy of Creator, there is no fear. So if you get a message that is fearful in any way, you're probably disconnected from Creator. So imagine going up into that light of creation again, that tingling, sparkling energy of your crown. Okay, in that energy, we're part of all that is. And in truth, there is no fear and nothing to fear.
No.
So when you are finished communicating with a tree, just like you're talking to a friend, you would say thank you.
Thank you.
You would say goodbye.
Sometimes I say I
What else?
appreciate your advice, or I
Yeah.
appreciate what you've told me. Thank you.
Yeah.
And usually when you end it, they'll usually give you something in light. They almost give you that love again.
So they'll send you a little bit of a love healing, hey?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So feel your heart open to receive that as you say goodbye to your beautiful tree. And imagine now bringing your consciousness up into that ball of light again. And you're going to go back up into the light of creation, that sparkling, tingling light that is in all things, the brightest white. And imagine washing off in that energy as if it's a waterfall, just feeling that light all around you. And gathering the energy of creation, imagine pulling that energy back into your body, feeling it heal your body as it comes in, just as the tree gave you a healing. And feeling it come back all the way through your body, feeling your hips on the chair, your feet on the floor. And just feeling yourself connect like roots of the tree. Feel yourself ground. And take a deep breath in of Mother Earth's energy. Bring her energy up through your body. And open your eyes. Fabulous. So we hope you had a beautiful communication with the tree. Now, Nicole, I know you are working on your book, but what other things do you connect with people you offer healings.
Yes.
So how can people find you and connect with you?
They can connect with me on social media. I do have a business Facebook page. I also have an Instagram Instagram business page. I don't really have a website right now. I might eventually work on another one, but we'll see how that goes in the future.
Yeah.
But I am really busy with working on my book right now, so I'm not really trying not to take on too many things.
Yes. No, we understand that. And be a mom and all of those good things.
Yes, that's busy.
But when I know on social media you do light language sometimes.
Yes, I do share. Actually, I have a business account on TikTok as well, and there I just share free healings and just free like little aha moments, just to get people thinking, and just like little things I give to people. And I give all kinds of things. I do light language as well, and it's you become attuned to your light language whenever your soul is ready, and everyone has a different light language, and it's sound healing really. When we really get down to like the nitty-gritty of what it is, it's sound healing to the soul level. So when I do light language, I do mostly clearings and mostly getting rid of like really heavy energy, like from people and stuff like that. And I like to share that on TikTok because it's just easy, right? To share it whenever I feel that I need to share it with the humans, the collective.
The humans. I guess we're human too, right?
With other humans.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, and I also do card readings once a month. I try to do that. It's just a way for me to give back to people that need it. Because some people, like, they can't really they just don't have a lot of money, right, like at the moment, and so I like to like offer that for people, so free and donation. So whatever they feel they can donate, and if they can't, then that's okay too.
And we will have those links to your social media pages in the podcast links.
Yes.
In the podcast description, so you're welcome to find Nicole there.
Oh, I didn't give you my TikTok link.
That's
that was
okay.
The only one I forgot.
That's okay. We'll get that before we publish it.
Okay.
All right. And if you're interested on more of these podcasts and different, you can join my email list at mariagould.com. And you are welcome to join one of our Theta Healing classes. I have a basic, which is our beginner Theta Healing class in January. It is available online, and it's a perfect starting place to open these gifts up for people and help people realize how magical they are and all these gifts that are lying in there just waiting to be discovered. So
just a starting point to do your own inner work, guys. Like it'll blow your mind. Like
it does blow everyone's mind.
The first Theta class I did, I was like, wow. It was awesome. I loved it.
Yes. So if you resonate with this discussion and you're waiting to find your community, you will probably find it in Theta Healing.
Definitely, you will.
Absolutely. All right, Nicole, thank you for joining me today. Is there anything else you want to share with our audience?
I'm not really sure if there's anything else I have other projects on the go, and
Cool.
I'll be working on other things, but my book is the first thing I want to kind of finish. And I look forward to sharing it with the world.
We look forward to it.
And I look forward to working with people, with my gifts, and I'm starting to be a little bit more, I'm working through the fear a lot more than I ever did, I would say, because I used to be really afraid to be, on video, on audio, TikTok was my thing. That's kind of how I pushed through it.
Good for you. That's awesome. Because we all have important messages to share, and our voice is valuable to this world.
It totally is. And whoever needs me, they're waiting for me to speak and talk, and they need my voice.
That's right. Exactly. And I'm proud of you for doing it.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for helping, because you were like a big... Maria was a big help in my journey. Like, I've learned so much from her, and just from the theta classes and creator, like, woo, like so much about myself. And I probably wouldn't have been able to work through the fear if it wasn't for theta, honestly, guys.
Yeah, it is an amazing modality. So thank you everyone for joining us. Thank you for joining us on December the 8th and this Monday with Maria Gould and Nicole Thomas. All right, everyone, have a beautiful, beautiful Monday. Take care. Bye-bye.